All right, now it is time for the Python file IO input output and how to handle it. Okay, so you want to read file, to open file for writing, to open file already existed for writing, or append to a specific file we will use, and actually this is supported in Python. Good news. Now, how to do that? Actually, it is like this. So first declare a variable and we'll name it. I will name it in my case f, which is referred to file. I will use the open function. This is to open a file description. Then it has the following. So it has the first parameter, the second parameter. The first parameter is the name of the file. Okay, so I will name it whatever I want. And you can choose this file to be either read, write, read, write, to append to it if it is already existed or not. Now, actually, that's depend on the mode, which is the second parameter here. But in my case, I'm using the read mode, which is I want to read a file that already existed. So I will return here. And by the way, you can see that the main.py here, it is here inside the Python files, if you remember what we did previously. So you can see that now I will create a text file here and I will name it test.txt. Okay. And I will put here, as you can see, some values inside it. Yeah. By the way, I'm using the echo command and the touch command to create a text file and to add this specific value, which is the some values inside it. Actually, it's up to you. You can use whatever text editor you want. No big deal. So actually, let's open this file. And I'm using Vim, by the way, here. So let's put line 2, arbitrary values, line whatever. And here is end of file, for example, or if end of, or the end of line, okay, last line, for example, okay. And let's save it. By the way, if you don't like Vim, I recommend you to learn it and to know how to use it. For actually, it's very powerful text editor. Yeah, I know it is old-fashioned, let's say, but actually for you as a hacker, pen tester, cybersecurity engineer, it's important actually and very recommended. I recommend you a lot to learn about it, and it's shortcut, it's powerful usage. Anyway, just use any text editor for now if you are not familiar with Vim, and put arbitrary value inside the test.txt file that already here inside the same level of the main.py that we are writing. And now let's name it. So test.txt file, and I will open it for read. Okay. All right. Now I want to print the content of this file. I will use the read function. So f, which is the name of the variable that we stored this thing, and I will use read. Okay. So this will read the whole content of this test file, but it will not be printed because the output will be here. So I will use the print function for that, and then I will print the read like this. So actually, if I go there and see if it will show us what we need. So if I type the Python 3 main, yeah, you can see it is as expected. The some values, line 2, blah, 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 until we reach the end of line, last line. Okay. So as you can see, we open this file for read. As you can see, the mode is read, and the test.txt file is there and existed. But what if we put test2 actually and try to read this out? Actually, read2, the text is not here. So as you can see, no such file or directory. Error. Now, actually, don't worry about this. We will handle it in the next lecture immediately, how to handle the errors in the file IO. And you know, it is not something big deal. It is the same way as what we learned previously from the error handling. And you can see that we will start using specific file errors or specific errors inside the except. Okay, anyway, until that time, it's no big deal. Okay, for now, let's open a file for writing. So test2, but this time the mode, I will use it for write, which means I want to write inside it. Okay, and this time I will add this content. So let's see, content equal, and this is the content. I want this new content to be overwritten onto this test2 file, but actually it is empty and it is not existed. So yeah, this is the only data it will be. So some content, okay, And for that, I will use, this time, I will use the f.write function. Okay, so the write function here, it will write to this f that we open it for writing. And what we will write? We will write the content variable. As you can see, content like this. And yeah, this is the variable. And finally, after everything is correct, we want to print and read what inside this too. It should be some content, right? Let's check it out. Actually, yeah, you can see the file is not readable. Yeah, you may ask me, but what happened? Well, maybe you forgot something actually. Well, this f.read, yeah, we open it as what? As a write. So how to read something opened as a write? This is not right? So how to do thing here about it? Well, actually, we will use the close function. So f.close function. So this will close the file description that we open it as a write. Then we can create a new variable and use the open function and name it test2.text. And this time we will open it as read, not as a write. And then we can read this out and it should be working. All right, let's check this out. So let's clear the screen first. And you can see, yeah, it is working as expected, and which is some content. Okay, so far so good. All right. And yeah, regarding the modes actually and the functions for the file IO, you can just open your browser and type Python IO modes. And from there you can see there are a lot of websites, a lot of references, but actually I recommend you to go to the official documentation, because there you can see that there are a lot of examples, a lot of functions you can use. So yeah, I need to go to the IO, not the input output. Yeah, here you can see that we can add, this is the open, the encoding. So you can see that we have modes this time. And don't worry, I will show you the modes right away, just quickly, I mean. So here you can see that we have a lot of functions actually. So you can see that the flush, closed, is SATI, readable, read lines, seek, tell. Actually, a lot of functions can be used and useful can be, depends on the situation you want. So actually, if I go to this website, I just want to show you something here. The modes, actually, you can see, yeah, these are the modes that are available on Python. So yeah, you can see that we have read binary or read RB. So this is to read in binary format only. We have read RX, R plus, which means read, as you can see, open file for both read and write. Okay, so not just for reading, you can be for reading and writing. And you can see that the pointer placed at the beginning of the file. All right, we have write, we have RB plus, which is read binary. We have write binary, W plus, and as you can see here, the W plus is for read and write, but this time overwrite the existing file if file exists. If file does not exist, it will create a new file. Okay, and the same for WB plus, the read binary plus, A for append, and now this is something new, and we have AB appended for the binary, and we have appended for both reading and in a binary format, because this is AB plus, by the way, and the pointer will be at the end of the file if the file exists. Okay, all right, have a look there, try these out if you are interested. Now in the next lecture we will talk about the error handling for the Python files, how to, when we open a file, that file is not existed, how to handle such errors in very smooth way. All right, thanks for watching.